Welcome to the Village Idiots podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Nathan. With me this evening, I have Jordan.
Hey.
Emily.
Hello.
Nicole.
What's up?
And Justin.
Hey there.
We are a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. At the end of every episode, I name a Village Idiot who has to do the recap next week. Last week's Village Idiot was Saf, played by Justin. For the reasoning was for wanting so desperately to get their hands on a gem and not even inquiring to see whether or not it was magical in some way for being sold at such a high price. So Justin, what happened last week?
Shit.
Yeah, Justin, what happened last week?
I'll give you a hint. You were on a boat.
Okay, yeah. It's flooding back. We picked up where we left off at the Bulwark Isles on the boat sailing away, and we spoke about our memories. So there was that.
The memories that you had while you were being saved by the White Keystone after the explosion of Joss the Dragon.
Indeed, yes.
Yes. Not just talking about old memories.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out, reminiscing. That was most of the last episode.
Bruce Springsteen Glory Days playing in the background.
Yep.
Summer of 69.
Then we spent a long-ass time trying to decide how to go about getting to the archives, and we decided to end up going through Lux. So Fiera left us off at the docks in Eastern Lux.
Fancy town.
Nate decided to have us doing a haggling episode, which made me the village idiot.
Whoa. Hold on a second.
Oh, no!
I am just... I am the NPCs who give you the prices. You, sir, are the one who chose to make it a haggling episode. It was just going to be a shopping montage.
That was NPC knowledge versus DM knowledge on how much gold I had, though.
You just wouldn't stop.
You put too much faith in me and me actually keeping track of how much gold you all have.
That's valid. He asks me questions all the time that I feel like, as the DM, he should know the answer to, and it concerns me a little bit.
Listen, I am not in charge of what you have on your person. I am in charge of what everyone else has on their persons.
Well, luckily, I didn't spend a single piece of gold on that amazing tourmaline necklace piece because I wasted 2 energy stones to get that. Energy balls.
Dragon balls.
Yeah, you gave the 3 and to the 5 Dragon Ball to this
3 and the 5
NPC. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like that's going to come back to bite me in some way. And then Scarlet decided that she wanted some dragon plate armor, so she intimidated shop folk into making it for her overnight. I do remember that. Then we just kind of decided what else we wanted, and I know Agamir and I got cool pauldrons made from dragon scale.
Pauldron Pals.
Pauldron Pals.
Yep.
High five.
That's what they'll call us.
Agamir also found like a notch in the wood on a tavern saying basically that if you want help, come here.
Hey, I remember the name of the tavern because I wrote it down. It's the Lonely Elephant's Pub. So,
Nice.
Good job.
just get that out of the way. I'm doing my job.
I didn't.
You want to know what's in the pub? I'll tell you.
I'm good.
Spoon room.
Yearning for a spoon.
Oh, yeah, the spoon room. I forget.
Yearning for a spoon.
So we met a fantastic bartender there, and he helped us into a back room where there was a kobold, and we found the resistance, the Knights of Halartha.
Not everyone's there though. I'm not there. I'm in the front with.
Oh yeah, you couldn't come back there with it.
Yeah, because the twins can't break line of sight with Scar. So yeah, it's pretty convenient. They're called the Knights of Halartha, huh? Anywho, and what are you all trying to do right now? Why are you trying to get to the archives?
To find the twins, the big version of my shield colossi.
We are looking for answers.
The Amos. Answers. 2 questions.
The writings of Halartha. We are seeking that out.
Well, it's a good thing you found the Knights of Halartha.
It is.
Maybe they know something.
You know?
Seems like a good place to start looking. We should ask them if they know what they are.
You should.
For everyone listening at home, this is how you make a 2-piece puzzle for your characters, so that how you say they can't miss it.
Yeah, and we're definitely known for needing that shit.
I'm joking. That's not why I'm doing it. That's not why they're called the Knights of Halartha. It's just funny. Anywho, so yeah, you are in the. It's not a. So imagine a split level home where you walk in and you go up 3 steps and you're in one floor, and you go down 3 steps and you're in another floor. This room that you're in, where the Knights of Halartha are, is down those 3 steps.
Oh, you guys are in the finished basement.
Yes. Well, it's not a basement so much as it is a floor that's
landing.
Crawl space?
Yeah, it's kind of a crawl space, not quite a basement. It's hidden under the stairs, the entrances, so
Cool.
it's just kind of offset from the rest of the pub.
So it's like where Harry Potter lives.
I literally was just going to say that. Damn it.
It's a bit
Someone
bigger.
had to make the Harry
I
Potter
know, I
joke.
was like where Harry Potter slept.
Yes. Fewer spiders, more rugged-looking individuals.
More space.
Nice.
So you are now in this hidden place. The door closes behind the 3 of you, Drew, Agamir, and Saf, and the kobold says, "So, what kind of help are you looking for?"
For the life of me, Nate, I did not write down the name of the kobold. Did you say his name was Vaughn or something?
Va.
Va.
The fact that you even remembered that closely of it is impressive.
Thank you.
At least one of
Yes.
us is kind of paying attention.
I do not remember the bard keeper's name though.
Oh, you mean Tellin the Humble?
That's right. Okay. All right.
So y'all need to ask them about Halartha.
So
Hey, you guys know anything about Halartha by chance? Would you happen to know who that is?
It's the
I
name
was so kidding. That is not.
okay, I was like,
They're called the Knights of Halartha, and you literally just said ask them about
So-
Halartha.
so in character, I don't know. Agamir would be like, "It's good to meet you, Va." Like so I've never heard of the Knights of Halartha. Do you have a pamphlet?
Yeah.
Well, we're pretty new. We really just we're more of a. I'll answer your. No, we don't have a pamphlet.
Then a flyer, then.
No flyers. We don't exactly.
Business card.
No cards.
Mission statement.
No mission statement.
Inspirational poster.
No, he does slide you a piece of paper across the table. It looks like what you would recognize as a dollar bill in real life. Your character doesn't know what it is. And then you look at it, and it's got writing on it on the opposite side. So you know that it's not printed money.
It's Halartha bucks. We can only use it at the bar.
No, the joke was it looks like you're getting a tip when you're at a restaurant, but it's not a tip. It's like a Bible tract.
Yeah.
That was the
I
joke.
thought my joke was.
He doesn't do that either.
It was, Emily.
Thank
It
you.
was.
We could rack up hella Halartha bucks.
Yeah, let's get into you.
Halartha bucks, or 10 Halartha bucks is 1 copper.
Oh boy, that's a terrible conversion rate.
So wait, there is a conversion rate.
Writing this down.
You get 1 Halartha buck whenever you sell a ream of paper. Anyway, okay.
So Va, we're trying to get to the archives.
Why?
Have I told him yet that we're fugitives?
I hope not.
You asked him about fugitives out of Fellows, but you didn't technically specify that we were the fugitives.
Okay, and then we established that we could trust him, basically.
So what has happened is You all have come into the Knights of Holartha sub-chamber, and Agamir asked about hearing about any escaped fugitives, and then asked about the Knights of Holartha.
What was his response when I asked him about the fugitives?
It was nondescript. He doesn't seem to care much about the fugitives, and he hasn't heard anything, and he's not really letting on that he knows anything about fugitives.
Okay. Well, my newly acquainted friend, my friends and I here are in a bit of trouble, but we are looking for the archives to find some answers that we found, or to find answers to some questions that have been raised on our most recent excursion to the Bulwark Isles.
Okay, let's see. Well, we don't much like the lore keepers, so we can't really get you in quiet. But, you gotta follow me. Is this all of you?
No, we have a friend up still in the bar.
Go get him.
Well, that's kind of an issue.
Why?
Do you know, well, I guess he's in on it now.
We've come this far.
Do you know what a shield colossi is?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're those big statues. Real big. They all look the same, or at least there's a couple of different ones. But they all look mostly the same, yeah.
Yeah, we got 3 of them upstairs that she's keeping an eye on.
They move.
I'm sure they don't.
About that.
Do we have like a scrying spell where we could like show him?
I have an energy stone in my bag still, probably, right?
Yeah.
So I pull out one more energy stone and I show him that, we mean business.
I'll follow you. Hold on, I'll be right back. He scurries away. And he comes back from, hey, wouldn't you know it, a back room. And there's a heavily hooded figure there with him. You can't see their face, but you know that they are fairly tall. They're medium-sized.
Don't like that.
We're going to have to keep my friend's identity quiet. So yeah, they're going to follow us. And we're going to go up. Okay? But just hold on 1 second. He slides a panel from the door that you all came in and looks out. It looks like the coast is clear, so he opens the door and rushes you all out of the sub-basement. Come on.
Okay.
You're all out. I follow as quickly as I can.
All right, where's your other friend?
Do I see Scar?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in the front by the windows.
With Ord and Sokoba.
Yeah, I walk across and I tap on Scar's shoulder and kind of make the head gesture to come on with us.
Yeah, I got you.
So, as Scar starts moving, you hear some loud rumblings outside the window as she moves her way across the tavern. Is that what? What's happening? Did you all have a giant friend or
Sorta.
It's the Colossi.
Yeah.
Okay, well, do you mind if we go take a look at him?
Sure.
Feel free.
I would like to roll an insight on the kobold.
We're all like, sure, that sounds good. And Sap's like, maybe we should ask a question.
My techno babies.
Right.
Can I ask Agamir, can I be like, who's the guy in the hood? Did you see his face?
Oh, the hooded guy.
Yeah, who's the guy in the hood?
Oh, no idea.
So I rolled a 13 to insight just to kind of see whether or not they have ill intent in their voices.
You sense no ill intent from the kobold. The kobold is the only one speaking. Va is the only one speaking. The hooded figure has not spoken as of yet.
Can I go? How far? Where is that guy, person thing? Medium-sized person thing.
The hooded figure is very close to Va.
Can I go near it?
What's your end game here? What would you like to do?
I want to ask it a question.
Okay, yeah, you can get close enough to ask a question.
Okay. Who are you?
They don't look as if they have hurt you, or they make no motion to say that they have heard you. They're not acknowledging you.
Yeah, I don't like that, like at all. My cop senses are tingling. Can I like nudge them?
Sure, go for it.
Like be like, hey, who are you?
You hear a sharp shh from under the hood.
No, don't like that. Can I tear the hood off?
Oh my god.
No, you cannot.
Why?
If Scott goes to do that, I will like reach
Snatch
out
your
and
back.
No. Okay. How is it that we've been through all the dumbass shit that we've been through, and you're totally cool with a random hooded figure that
No.
won't show themselves?
the rebels are always good guys.
I feel like there should be.
It's a loaded
like,
statement.
There's a middle ground here between figuring out like asking them who they are and snatching their hood off. Like we can ask more questions or ask other people who they are. Like I feel like just going in and ripping people's clothes off is just not the way to handle this particular situation.
Okay. Can I roll to see if I can decipher from the sh whether it's a male or a female?
Sure. Roll me an investigation.
Okay. 19.
Okay, you, with your investigation, thinking back on the shush, you believe that this is a female under the hood.
So we all good?
So is that okay? Are we good? Is that what you're looking for?
Fine, I won't pull the hood back, but
Thank you.
I'm sticking close.
Okay.
Like glue.
We had this conversation via our eyes, I want to say, in character. Like
Yeah, Drew sees my hand itching and she throws me the mom daggers, like,
we're trying to make friends
don't
here.
you do it.
She like holds her head back, purses her lips. She's like,
And her eyes just like widen, like they're popping out of her head, like, no.
Yes, very intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fear of God stare that I used to get from my mom.
Yes. So you all head outside with Va and this hooded figure?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You get outside, and the shield colossi are at the mouth of an alley that's next to the pub. I say an alley, but don't think of like a dirty New York City alley.
Excuse me?
One of the clean alleys that people eat in.
Yeah, it's clean enough to eat off of.
like San Francisco.
Yeah, it's a San Francisco alley.
Talk shit about New York. Just kidding.
Yeah, you don't know shit about New York.
JK, New York scary fuck.
New York scary as fuck.
When we turn the corner to go into this alley, do I see Amalferic?
Yeah, Amalferic's there, and the other two Amos are there as well. Or the other two relays are there.
Okay, I'd like to mentally ping Amalferic and say, keep on your guard. If there's trouble, be ready.
I am always ready for trouble.
Okay.
You hear in your head.
I smile.
You get no reciprocation from Amalferic, for he does not have a mouth to smile.
You get a weird look from Agamir, who doesn't know why you're smiling.
So you hear the hooded figure turns to you and says, "May I?" Gesturing towards the shield colossi.
Not until I know your name, friend.
I don't have a name, pal.
Why are you all being so secretive? Surely you gathered by now who I am.
Do I know who they are?
Well, we'll see. She takes her hood down, and it's a familiar face, for sure. It's Professor Ravenridge.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. I run up and I give her a great big hug.
Oof! Yes, it's good to see you as well, Saf.
Oh, that makes sense. Knights of Halartha, and she's a teacher at the Halartha College.
I got your letter, and we have a great deal to talk about, but first we need to We need to take a look at these shield colossi, for they should not be moving. We haven't seen anything like this or heard anything like this in quite some time. So please, may I? She gestures again at the shield colossi.
May you what?
Inspect them.
Touch it.
I guess.
Yeah, just don't go opening up any of the panels or anything.
Oh, why not? Is there
I don't like that.
danger within the panels?
Yes.
What sort of danger?
It'll explode because you're not me.
I
What?
I don't know.
I
Is
don't
that how it works?
believe that that's true.
Yeah, well, they're mine, and I don't like people touching things that are mine.
Okay, and this one here?
You were cool in preschool.
Also, for those listening at home, Dorena Ravenridge, and so those listening and absolutely no one else here, Dorena Ravenridge is Dr. Milo's best friend, and was featured, I think, starting in our 10th episode?
Episode, 20-ish.
When we got to Intepa, yeah. And
Was it 20-ish, or was it around 13?
Well, 12, actually.
12 or 13?
We caught wind of her in episode 10. We met her in episode 12.
Titled, This is the Story of a Girl.
And she disclosed that she's the one who gave Milo the tip about Tor, and that's the scene where, Drew did the whole hand thing.
Oh, yeah. Where I convinced...
With the shepherd, yeah.
I made her go into the thing and...
Any bells? Just ringing any bells.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
tons.
Where are you going with this, though?
He knows that I don't know who Dorena Ravenridge is.
Oh.
She's the one in the
I have
experimentation
Zero
chamber.
idea what's going on right now, and no clue.
You don't remember us going to visit her at the college?
Okay, we're going to do a quick recap here for one of our...
Recap.
Yeah. Wait, Emily, really? After all that, you still don't remember her?
Does this make me the village idiot?
Village Idiots recrap.
Okay, so a recap for Emily.
For the listeners.
For the listeners, and no one else.
Recap for the listeners who may have missed episodes 12 through 14, let's say. So the party had just finished fighting the phase spiders in Intepa that had been wreaking havoc on one of the courtyards. And this is right after Yendak, Safina's father, begrudgingly gave his blessing for her adventure. And they headed to the Halartha University of Ultimate Knowledge, which is where Dr. Milo worked as a professor. And they met with Dorena Ravenridge, a professor of arcane mysteries. And at this point, there was an amulet that Saf had that Drew kept being compelled to try and get. And that amulet had the mark of the shepherd. And this amulet was gotten in episode 3 or 4 from the tomb of Idrindin. So, after talking with Dorena Ravenridge, trying to find some answers about Dr. Milo and that expedition to Tor, there was a scene where Professor Ravenridge took the party to an experimentation chamber or an observation chamber because the party was concerned that Drew kept lunging for this amulet and they wanted to find out why. So they took her to this observation room to try and figure out why and put Drew and the amulet in the room together. And that's where Drew met the shepherd. The symbol of the shepherd, the eye of the shepherd, was burned into Drew's hand.
Forgot I have that.
Yes. So, at the end of all that, a few episodes later, Saf sent a letter off to Dorena Ravenridge in episode 22, looking for more information on her grandfather and giving the information about a golden mantle from Fellows, Kelvin, who seems like, quote, a bit of an ass.
That's great.
Yeah, I did write that, didn't I?
Yeah, because that was when we found out that he had spent time in Tor about 10 years ago before he came to be a Copper Mantle. Or a golden mantle or whatever.
Yes, and that letter was sent prior to Safina learning that Kelvin did in fact know her grandfather, Dr. Milo. So, memories refreshed. Let's get back into it.
You're welcome.
Is it though, Emily?
I vaguely remember some of those things you said, so I was here for it.
They happened to you.
And I'm so glad they're recorded and I can listen to them again.
Just defrag that memory, get the old stuff out.
I'm not trying to be a dick to her, but I'm just like hella suspicious of just everyone now.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah. So like, even though she's probably like real sweet and she's fine, I'm not fine. And I don't trust nobody. So I don't want her to like open up the panels and like poke around and shit. I don't want her to fuck with my twins.
Okay, so in that case,
Tell Amo Ferric to talk to her.
I get that feeling from Scar, and I say to the professor, these two are hers, and I point to the twins, and I point to Scar, and I go, but this one is kind of my friend, and all you have to do is open up your mind a little bit.
He puts his stone hand up and goes, eh.
Friends is a strong word.
Co-workers.
He shrugs as best as a shield colossi can.
He can talk out loud. He doesn't just talk in his mind, you know.
He cannot talk out loud.
Oh, I thought he talked out loud. Why did I think he talked out
only
loud?
telepathy.
He doesn't have any speakers.
Oh yeah, that was what it was. We can
can
talk out loud to him if we want to.
Yes, you all can talk out loud. It's very strange if you don't.
So I say to Dorina Ravenridge, I say, you have to open up your mind to let Amo Ferric speak with you. And I say out loud, Amo Ferric, this is Dorina Ravenridge. She may be able to help us in our journey.
Oh, you say that to Amo Ferric. Okay, I thought you were saying that aloud. Amo Ferric says to Saf.
Excellent.
And you see him physically turn towards Dorina Ravenridge. And
That's unsettling.
you see a look of confusion come over Dorina's face. And then she seems to relax a bit. Oh my. Well. May I? Amo Ferric? And you see Amo Ferric still looking at her. And she says, yes, excellent. She goes over to him and pops open some of the panels and kind of pokes around and says, well, this is extraordinary. I never would have thought I would see anything like this in such working order. This is fantastic. She seems very excited in a very scholarly way.
Nerds.
And she looks in the leg panels, the arm panels, opens up the back panel and says, so this is where the attunement stone would go then? And she looks at all of you.
I flip open my notes and I go, Dorina, I have so many notes.
I have so many notes.
But yeah, basically I tell her that's where the attunement stone goes.
Excellent. Did you take that instruction manual too?
Yes.
Yeah.
We took
The
that.
old common instruction manual?
Yes.
So, she says, well, this is quite a remarkable discovery. So, who else knows you have these?
Just a boat full of people
Well,
that we trust.
yeah. There's the boat full of people. There's all the lizard folk on the bulwark isles.
Probably every vendor we went to today.
There's
Yeah, they're kind of obvious.
Like we're being terrible futurists.
Can you imagine if we just like dressed them up in clothes and stuff and tried to pass them
trying
off?
to pass them off.
These are
Just
just
a
people.
big baby.
Yeah.
Are you implying that this person in this very pretty hat is not a human?
Well,
Excuse you.
you all joke, however, that could be a viable solution to hide these. Well, most, excuse the expression, most civilians are dullards and wouldn't notice. if I had to guess, unless they were looking for something like this.
So you're actually suggesting we go buy them, like, large-sized common clothes.
Scarves?
Big flowy clothes.
Well, if you look at them, they look about, she backs up, they look about the size of a rather large Goliath. Maybe, well, the twins are a little larger.
Go to the big and tall Goliath section.
Yeah, point us to the big and tall store.
Where's the trench coat store?
A very small giant, perhaps?
We're probably going to need to go to bigger and taller.
Biggest and tallest.
Yeah.
Biggest and tallest.
Maybe it wouldn't work so well. Is there a way to hide them?
So, Amoferic has full control over his shield colossi, whereas the twins here go where I go and are always about, 5 feet away?
Yeah, it's always like 5 feet behind you, unless there's a line of sight. It's not going to actively try and break down walls, but you get a sense sometimes if you're not sitting by a window, they're going to try and get in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I say that.
We've just barely found a place for ourselves to hide. We don't know how we're going to conceal these, or we don't have anywhere to bring them.
Let me see. Some of my associates inside might be able to help with that.
Are we not just hanging on to these until we get them somewhere, right?
I want
We're trying to get them
friends.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I think, but we're trying to find the twins, like the spirit bit, the soul part to the
Right.
stone.
The ammo.
But to find where they are located, we need the answers from the archives.
That's right. I'm like, just remind me of what we're currently doing. Okay, thank you.
Wherever we leave, if we do have to leave them somewhere, we're going to eventually have to come back to that place. Who knows how far we got to travel? That sucks. Like, what if we got to go all the way across the dang world?
I don't want to leave them anywhere, but the ability to have it so that they don't have to be right in your eye line, or the ability to like maybe turn it on and off would be nice.
Well, turning them on and off, we would just have to take out the attunement stones.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Well, that is one thing. I mean, I would want you to have access to them. They seem like they would be fairly... She looks warily up at the twins, good in a fight. I see it seems like you all are the sort of people who may want a fight at times.
What?
She looks directly at me.
I put away the dagger I was fiddling with.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I am not often wrong.
Yeah, I'm like picking my teeth with my morning star.
What?
Like a big toothbrush.
Oh.
Whoa.
I'm a badass like that.
So, Va, can you do me a favor and go in and go get Brunek from inside, please? Va scurries back inside the pub and comes back a few minutes later with Brunek. And Brunek is an old human man. And he has a very long beard. And he's got a bald head and so many wrinkles. And is
How many?
dressed... What'd you say?
How many?
So many.
You're not supposed to. It was supposed to be like it's set up for a joke. Like, how many does he have?
At least 21 wrinkles.
Wow.
And now I have to write that down. Thank you.
I rolled for
You're
it.
welcome.
No fewer than 21. At least 21.
At least.
So, Brunek comes out and says, "Yes, Dorena, what is it? Why am I outside? Why did you bring me out here?" And, she gestures at the shield colossi and says, "Do you have anything to make these smaller? Temporarily? Or permanently? And then it can be reversed?"
Probably not permanently.
He looks like he's fallen asleep where he's standing. He's very old, I remind you. Well, let's see, I have something.
Mhm.
Brunek, Yeah, I have something. Need both of them small? Yes, Brunick, both of them small.
Yes.
Wait, what about Amoferric?
Well, Amofair can move freely.
Oh, yeah, true.
Let me see what I got in my pockets.
When she says small Brunick, she means like my size.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
No.
I could make them smaller if you want.
Like Funko size.
Army man size.
No, I want them to be my size so that they can still fight with me.
I can make them itty bitty.
No, I want him to be Army man.
You don't
can
get to
make-
say, Drew. These are mine.
I want it to be like a Pokemon, and then you can like throw it out and it gets bigger again, and then it can fight.
Well,
That's what I
my
want.
encapsulation system isn't working like it used to, so I can't
What is
I
this?
can't make them. I can't put them inside a container and have them pop out.
Drew turns and looks at Scar, and she's like, "But imagine though, like just imagine tiny little stone men though. How cute is that?
Yeah.
Can we have that?
No.
I swear to God, you never
My
let us have
size.
any fun.
My encapsulation containers don't work right now, so I can't do that. But I do have. Let me see. He's rustling around in his robes. It looks like the robes are multi-layered, and each layer has a bunch of pockets in it. Let's see. Okay.
Like, it'd be awesome if they were like a little bit taller than me.
No, maybe on this side.
So they could flag, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Flank, that's it. Flank me.
Oh, here we go. Here it is. I found it. And he pulls out two, they look to be about copper coin sized. The coppers that you use for currency exchange, for goods and services. But they're about copper sized, and but they're silver. They're like a shiny chrome silver. They don't have that weathered patina like silver coins do. So, he says, so this here's, what do you call it? Well, I call it a smallifier. So you take it and you put it on whatever you want to make small, and you take it off when you want it to be big.
Can I adjust the size?
Well, I've been working on it, but it's either really small or regular size.
I'm okay with that. That's a good compromise.
Yeah, so here's what you do. And he goes up to one of the twins. He shuffles up to one of the twins, and he slaps it on the thigh. It's the highest point that he can reach. He says, so you put it on, and then he twists it. And you twist it, and you see the shield colossi immediately reduce in size to about the size of a cat.
Oh my God, I love it. Drew's freaking out.
Very
Yes.
upset.
Yes. She loves it. It's great.
And it's smallified. You can pick it up. And he picks it up. His weak little arms. There it is. It is smallified. And then when you wanna bigify it, you just make sure you set it down first.
That's
He sets it
important.
down very gingerly.
Yes.
I've forgotten so many times.
Oh my God.
These brittle bones of mine. It's a good thing I have friends around to heal me. And
Oh my God.
so to bigify, you twist it the other way, and you twist it the other way, and the shield colossi grows back up to normal size.
Damn.
You can only do that once a day, though. So use it sparingly. Here, I'll give you 2 fresh ones, and he hands you 2 bigifiers, or sorry, smallifiers.
I was like,
Opposite.
cool.
So these are fresh. You can only make it small once a day and big.
Once a day, Brunick?
Yeah, once a day. Big once a day.
Big once a day. Okay. So if it's small and we make it big, we can't make it small again that day. We have to wait.
Once a day, yeah. Yep.
Okay. I don't know exactly how that's going to help us a lot, but like, thank you.
Yeah. Back in my day, I used to make these things all the time. I would thank you. That's all we need, says Dorena. She ushers him back inside. Va, can you help? Can you help? I forgot what I named him. What was his name? Brunick?
Brunick.
Can you lead Brunick back inside, please? Yes, I can. Okay, let's go. Come on, Brunick. And they go back inside.
So I put the things on their legs just so that they're there.
Yeah, that works. You can reach higher than Brunick can.
Yeah.
So you could put it up on its torso or something if you want to. So it's out of reach of smaller members of the party.
Yeah. So no one else touches it. Mine. Listen, we got a lot of I've lost everything on this journey. I don't have a lot of things. I take what I get seriously.
That's valid.
That's fair. I'm sorry you've lost so much. You're a copper mantle, correct?
Yes.
Have your and Drew, you've changed as well. Are you feeling all right? Are you autumn now?
I don't want to talk about it, honestly. But yes, I am. But, bright side is that I kind of look like a tiefling, and now people aren't trying to cut me open. So there's that.
And how's your hand doing, dear?
I hold it up. How's it doing? I don't know. I haven't asked about it.
It looks the same as the day that it was marked.
Okay, so it hasn't healed at all. It doesn't look like a scar or anything. It still looks like I just got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still that mosaic from that symbol,
yep.
Right? Okay.
The Eye of the Shepherd.
I hold it up and show her.
Do you say, I can bring people back from the dead now? What?
Nope. I'm going to keep that a little secret between us for right now.
Well, I might have some questions for you a little later on, Drew. Why don't we all go inside and not draw attention to ourselves out here on the streets?
Sure, you want to go in? We got the spoon room.
I'm sorry, what?
We got the spoon room. It's the one with the big bed. Just go in there.
We might have booked the intimacy suite.
What?
I look at her maybe by accident.
Oh.
Nah.
It's just convenient being all in the same room,
I'm sure it isn't your fault. Tellin is, he's Tellin, we'll say. he means well, for sure. Yes, by all means, let's go inside. Scar, did you want to smallify your guardians there?
Very begrudgingly, yes.
Yes.
I do it.
Okay. And she turns to Amo Ferric and says, Amo Ferric, are you going to be... Where will you be staying? And you all hear in your minds.
I will stay in the alley. I can fend for myself.
He sounds pretty passive-aggressive. Is that just...
Yeah, let's roll insight.
What's going on here? Is he
That's
actually
just
okay
Nate's
with it?
He's actually okay with it. He is some sort of automaton, so anything that you hear in his voice, you are most likely projecting on him.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So are all of you okay?
Drew goes upstairs feeling slightly bad about the robot being outside.
Well, are we going upstairs or are we going back down into the...
No, we're going up to our room.
Yeah, I thought we were going to our room, or are we going somewhere else?
And I'm holding my shield class. I have one in each arm, like little teacup dog.
Little teacup dogs.
I imagine that Jorena recloaked, right?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she had her hood down while she was in the alley, but as soon as she stepped out, she had re-hooded herself.
Yeah, but what's that about, man?
Well, you can ask her.
Yeah, let's go to our room. I got questions.
Okay.
Why aren't you in school, young lady?
Don't you have classes? So you all head up to the spoon room, and you are able to talk freely. Dorena takes the cloak off, and you see that she's in the similar attire that she was in when you met with her at the university.
Which is a charcoal cloak with turquoise stuff on it.
Dear Lord.
Yes, it is.
She is also a deep elf.
That was dope.
For reference.
She is a deep elf.
Whoa.
That was dope.
Thank you.
Loved that. Do that way more often.
So proud of you.
I'm going to need
Thanks.
you to do that for the last 45 episodes.
Mhm.
It's going to be kind of hit or miss, but I can do my best.
No, you're doing a great job. Agamir's got a memory better than anyone else in the party.
That's for sure.
It's a diet of fish.
Yeah, you've got those omega-3 fatty acids.
So why are you here, Dorena?
Well, I'm sure Saf told you about the letter that she sent to me.
Yeah.
So I've been actually investigating the newly proclaimed Consul of Fellows.
Oh. Well, then why are you here?
Well, to be honest, I feel like this is much more important than my duties at the school.
No, I meant in Lux specifically.
Oh, well, it's as far away from Intepa as I could get on short notice.
Makes sense.
And Fellows itself, I did a little light prodding into Kelvin's past, and it might have caught the attention of some of his cronies. So some of them came around asking for me at the university, and I took my leave while the going was good.
Got it. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So you're not just book smart.
No, I am not just book smart. Thank you for noticing, Agamir.
So what did you learn?
Well, in the letter that Saf sent, she had mentioned that Kelvin came to Fellows about 9 years ago from Tor. So I was actually looking into that expedition. And this Dene, I actually found the lore keeper. His name is Karen Dene.
Whoa.
And he was a junior lore keeper at the time. He's actually working in the archives now.
Karen, who's Karen?
Yeah, Karen Dene came back from Tor with Kelvin and Halfling. It's in the manifest. The reports don't really give her a name, but there are indications that there may have been others that came back with them, but the manifest is a little hazy, and it really only mentions Karen himself and Kelvin. Based on that report, Kelvin was actually recommended for a role that had just opened up as a Golden Mantle of Fellows. So shortly after he came back, he actually ran for the seat and won it. So he was there ever since. I've actually been continuing my research. That's one of the other benefits of being so close to Lux, is that it is very close to the archives. And so I've been doing a little digging myself to see more about this Karen Dene fellow. It seems that he's working in one of the museums here in the archives. And I haven't gotten close enough to ask him any direct questions, but we may be able to get a little info out of him. He's not guarded at all. He's just seems to be doing his own thing up in the archives. He hasn't launched any other expeditions, hasn't been part of any sort of research. He seems to be more of an administrative lore keeper than anything else, from what I can tell.
Interesting. So then we need to go talk to this Danae character,
Yes.
like now, like ASAP.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You all are currently...
Wanted, dead or alive? Yes.
Yes, that's...
That, yeah.
Thank you. I wasn't quite so sure how to put it. Didn't know if you knew.
Yeah, but like that's that's nothing. We also need to go to the
Is it?
archives.
Is it?
It's not that it's nothing. It's just the golden mantle we quote unquote murdered is actually sitting inside the tavern with us.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
She's alive. Sakova is alive.
We didn't murder her. Kelvin framed us. He did it.
So, Sokoba's in the pub right now.
Yes.
By herself.
with her
No.
honor guard.
She is with
Or the honor guard.
one injured person. She probably needs more protection.
Hey, you don't have to tell people that. Shh.
The sling doesn't give it away.
Nah, but like I feel like Ord could still take some people out.
Ord is alive as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
But like, here's the thing: if we just come forward and say, "Hey, they're alive," and we're totally innocent, Kelvin's. Ooh, I almost called him Kevin. Kelvin's just gonna find a way to murder them again because clearly he's got it out for him. So we need to find out what's going on before we kind of miraculously reveal this.
well, I can keep them safe here in the pub with the Knights of Halartha. So, I mean, we're really just a bunch of scholars mostly. However, some of us do have some fighting ability, and we're being helped by those of more of a shadowy persuasion, we'll say.
That sounds great. We can talk to them about that in a bit. But speaking of Halartha, Safina, don't we need to talk about Halartha? I can't remember. I just remember that we needed to talk about Halartha.
Yeah, okay. So, quick recap. Halartha was the augur of the incarnate. We need to find her writings in order to save the twin Amo from Kelvin, because Kelvin already has one of the 4 Amo.
He has one of these shield colossi.
Yes.
So what would he do with a 15 or 20-foot statue?
They're really like this. They're really like 150 feet tall.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
The one we encountered one. The one that he has. We're pretty sure. Amogelt.
In the shade pocket.
What?
Yeah, so in the shade pocket there was a giant Amo that was, I'm thinking, captured by Kelvin. And then on the Bulwark Isles we ran into Amo Ferric, who in his natural state was 150 feet tall as well. So he kind of transferred his consciousness into the small relay so that we have him with us.
When she says ran into, what she really means is almost died like 8 times trying to get to.
Yeah. By an agent of Kelvin.
Actively suck him out. Like, we didn't, like, just run into.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
On purpose.
Look at you. You're a big boy, aren't you? Like.
Okay, yeah, I must be missing something, because are you talking about the shade pocket that occurred a few months ago in Fellows?
Yeah.
The largest one that anyone had ever seen? The Lorekeeper report stated that there was nothing out of the ordinary that happened.
Yeah,
during
about
We were
that.
in it.
Those lorekeeper, there are some lorekeepers, I don't know how many, that are not on the up and up, and they are working with Kelvin. Specifically, a lorekeeper named Saloran. I remembered his name.
Saloran?
Yeah.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not. He's bad. He tried to kill us.
Absolutely not. Fuck that guy.
Well, this is a surprise. How long have you been off of Alari?
About 20 days
20
or so.
days? 20 days?
Thereabouts.
Well, Saloran has been named one of Katrina Duststone's golden mantles.
Who's that? Where's that person?
Cool.
Katrina Duststone, the consul of the archives.
Well, fuck.
Great.
That sounds about right.
This
With the way everything else is going.
is not going great.
Yeah, he was there when Kelvin revealed himself as a villain, as not a good guy, and was present when we were stabbed and took all our worldly possessions, and that is
Including a lot of money that was meant for a boat.
Yeah, not cool, man.
Agamir starts to try and looks away.
Pat him on the shoulder.
He was falsifying those reports to hide what they were really doing, which had something to do with Amogelt, one of the big shield colossi.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a lot of information that I am going to do a lot of research over, but the most important thing is that we need to get Sokoba and Ord hidden away with the Knights of Halartha.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we have to continue our research on this Karen Dene. We've got to figure out what Saloran is trying to hide.
We also need to figure out the Halartha's writings so that we can stop this crazy prophecy.
Prophecy?
Ah, shit, we didn't tell her that part.
That one might be better left to Amaltheric. Can you reach out to him?
She closes her eyes and is silent for a moment. And she comes back and she says, "Oh, well, we have a lot to do, don't we?"
Yeah, because Kelvin's the wicked one, for sure.
Okay. She steels herself and looks like she has a determined look in her face. And she says, "All right, well, let's get to work then."
Yeah, work.
Sounds good.
Like, I want to trust her so bad, but I'm just like, I feel like at any second, just like with Joss, I mean, even though we all kind of knew Kelvin was a shit bag, still, he just turns around and stabs us, like literally in the back. So, I don't trust people.
Well, I was in the front.
Well, Safina trusts her implicitly.
Good for you. You're a naive little child.
Drew trusts her, and she's only been living underground for like years.
And Drew also trusted a person that turned into a dragon.
100% implicitly.
We have little choice.
I feel like Agamir and I are like just so jaded now at this point that we're just like so on edge. Like, you're paranoid about everything around you. I'm paranoid about every person around me.
Nice. So between the two of you, we are covered.
There's one other thing, Scar.
What?
You're probably going to want to lay the most low. When Kelvin came into power, he put out the warrants for all of your arrests, dead or alive for most of you. However, it seems as though he has put a bounty out for you, Scar. He will only take you in alive.
Great.
And I don't know for what purpose.
Fun.
On the wanted posters, it states that you left your post in disgrace and were how did he put it? You were a blemish on all copper mantles.
Hate that.
She's got a look of pure fury
Drew steps back away from Scar.
on her face. And I've got like the flames of hell burning in my eyes right now. Like, I am fucking pissed because I took my reputation very seriously and I am not okay.
So you will want a very good disguise.
Oof.
Yeah, I'll give him a disguise.
Well,
That didn't make any sense, but whatever.
we've got our work cut out for us then.
Yes, quite.
I'm gonna take off that motherfucker's head if it's the last thing I do.
It's just that's for the next like 45 minutes. Scar just like mumbles under her breath while drinking.
That motherfucker.
We'll all be there to see it.
Yeah, basically, I'm Joe Pesci every time he gets hurt in Home Alone. Just
And you're cradling the wee babby shield colossi that you've got.
yeah, my little toy pets.
The twins.
I forgot to mention this, just for flavor and for fun, because I want them to do this. They don't move while they are smallified.
So they look like nutcrackers.
They go like rigid, and like when you hold them, it's like you're obviously holding like some sort of toy. They don't look like they could move at all.
This is my Oscar.
Yeah,
This is my emotional support doll.
yeah. You can make them, do whatever you want, make them kiss, but you can't pose their limbs.
Are they fully? What's the word?
Articulated?
Yes.
No, they are not. They are static. It's as if they became solid stone.
Okay. Well, should we send to have Ord and Sokoba brought to the Knights of Halartha?
That's probably the best plan.
Yes.
Or yeah, they're downstairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just get them and bring them here. Or to them.
I'm like increasingly worried. So I'm like, let's go make sure.
Yeah.
Let's go put them in the bunker right now.
Okay.
Let's go make sure they didn't get taken.
Okay, so you go down to the main room of the pub, and Sokoba and Ord are right where you left them. Sokoba does have a hood up. Ord isn't going to be as easily recognized, so he's not trying to hide himself.
Okay.
So, what's going on?
We found a secret society and we want you to live with them. You're welcome.
No.
No.
Thank you, but no.
I scoot up on the chair next to Sokoba and I say, we found help. They know how to get us in. They know about Kelvin. They know that you're alive. And they want to protect you and Ord.
Yeah, we've met an old ally.
Well, it's good to hear that we still have some allies out there. Where are they?
I motion with my head towards Dorina Ravenridge.
She has her hood up again.
Yeah, her and her friends.
Why don't we tell them to come with us to the back, the downstairs room thing, so that she can take her hood off?
Yeah, sounds good. I said, follow us. And I head towards the door.
All right. Everyone is at the staircase where the door is, down to the sub-basement.
Can I try knocking the pattern?
Yeah, go for it. Roll me a performance.
Scar still has steam coming out of her ears. I'm like so pissed now. Like really pissed.
6.
You give it a valiant effort, but it's a pretty complicated pattern. And Dorena comes up and says, here, it's like this. And she knocks on the door. And you commit it to memory.
Sweet.
And Va opens the door and lets you all in. You're back.
Oh my god.
Is that like that sounds like a race car noise that a kid would make when they're
It
changing
does.
gears, like
Every time I do it, I think of the Monsters, Inc. Whatever their
oh,
name is.
Roz, yeah. Did you turn in your paperwork?
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. So you all are now in the hideout of the Knights of Halartha. You see Brunix over there. He's sleeping in the corner. Boz sitting at the door. There are multiple other people. You do notice that there's a half-orc there that you recognize, kind of halfways.
Are you referring to Brandon?
No, I'm not.
That was a good guess though. That
Which
would've
one
been
was
good.
Zach? Zach was a what? A dragonborn?
Zaak was Zaak Stormwind was a blue brooding tiefling.
Oh, okay, yeah, he was a tiefling.
Brandon was a healing student in a tank top with Kanye glasses.
Yep.
That's right.
We met another orc.
Yep.
Was it one of what's his name's little like minions? What's his name? Reg. Did one of them an orc?
No, they were both Goliath.
Oh, that's what they were. Goliath. I knew they were.
No, you look at this orc and you think that you recognize him, and then you hear something that you immediately realize that you know who this is. I'm going to give you fish. These are the best fish I have.
I thought Talerth was a dragonborn.
Was
He
he?
is Dragonborn.
He is a dragonborn?
He's a
Yeah, he was an
dragonborn.
orc.
Crazy Talerth was a dragonborn.
Sorry,
Yeah.
there's a dragonborn sitting there. Come on out.
Fresh fish.
Fresh fish. Yeah, I wrote his name down. I didn't write his race down because I didn't think I was ever going to use him again.
Yeah, he was definitely a dragonborn. But you loved him.
Yeah, because I remembered that I sent him to Lux, and then I didn't think y'all were ever going to find yourselves in Lux. And then I was like, you know who'd be great for the Resistance? Crazy Talerth, the same fish merchant.
Yay!
My
Crazy
friend!
You made it!
You did it.
Look at all my coins. I'm rich.
Yay! We knew
I
you
clapped.
could do it.
Real excited to leave for him.
He is dressed in the finest dragonborn garb that you have seen.
Nice.
He looks like he's
Dope.
doing very well for himself.
Aw.
We knew you could do it, buddy.
I know. I'm so happy you all are
I
here.
know.
Are you knights now?
Oh,
Nothing official yet. I mean, that's a
we're
lot
friends,
of commitment.
friends of knights.
That's good enough for me. He has some fish there for you to eat.
Sounds good.
Is it for free?
Way better than the fish that he used to have, probably.
Yes, he's very excited to give you this fish. Look at this! I love living on the water. I can get such fresh fish here.
Yep, that's where they live.
I just kind of shamelessly dive in.
It's about right.
Yes, please eat up, eat up, eat up. So, you are now back where you started in this episode. Something good needs to happen at the end to keep those listeners hooked.
We just found Crazy to Earth.
We found Earth. We've got Sokoba and Ord with us, and so I explained to Vaughn, like, and Ravenridge is here as well, right?
Oh yeah, she's got to take her hood down. They haven't seen her yet.
Oh, that's right.
They don't know who she is.
You're right.
Do they know each other? Because she knew who they were.
Just because they're deep elves doesn't mean that they know each other.
First of all, I totally
Wow.
forgot that Sokoba was a deep elf. That's not what I meant. I meant because she's like, a professor at the university in Intepa, and that's where Ord took care of. Now I can't remember his name.
Tasvik.
Yeah, that guy.
He's only been dead like a month.
I know, whatever.
Whatever. That guy.
I'm just saying, I meant Ord. Did she know Ord? She knew who they were when we mentioned their names. So, like, do they know who she is?
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, take your damn hood off, girl.
Dorena takes her hood down, and
And it's Ord's long lost love. No, I'm just
yeah, they embrace. No. Dorena takes her hood down and says, Sokoba, it's good to see that you're alive. And Sokoba says, well, it's good to be alive. And she looks at, Dorena looks at Ord and says, Ord, it's always a pleasure to see you. And Ord says, yeah.
Oh, there's something there.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Unrequited love, maybe?
So
We always.
I'm just
Why
kidding.
are we're so like desperate for tea that we're just
Yeah.
hanging out like, what does that
If
mean?
there's not something there now, there will be.
I'm going to just start another campaign for you all. Call it D&T.
That's coin. No, we need to coin that like right now because someone else will take that. Cut
It's like a-
that out.
Copyrighted it.
Cut that out of the pod.
No one
Don't let
take
that
it.
go live.
All right. I'd like to roll an insight.
Insight for why was that so awkward?
Why that was so uncomfortable. Yeah.
Awkward.
Would you roll?
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
Like you act like that's gonna get you something. If there's
I don't
nothing,
know.
it doesn't
But I
matter.
rolled a nat 20.
Yeah,
But
I say that all the time.
I critically know what happened now.
Well, you get a little more insight than others would. So you look at that exchange happen, and you feel oddly like there's a teacher-student relationship there, and that Ord was maybe the student. Maybe he's not as great a student as you might have thought he was.
Oh boy.
Okay, so nothing dirty.
No, but
Damn.
that's some good tea.
Yeah, nothing dirty, just a student-teacher relationship. Keep going.
Yeah, those are never dirty.
Those are never dirty.
That's another podcast. That's Daddies and Dungeons.
No, it's also not them.
Sorry, it's Dungeons and Daddies.
Yeah, Dungeons and Daddies. I haven't listened to them, but I've heard very good things.
Yeah, same. So awkward.
Yeah, you get a weird like teacher-student vibe from it, from that interaction.
So as you can see, Ord, we can trust them.
Yeah. He recomposes himself. So where will we be staying? Well, we have some lodging over here. Brunick? Huh? Huh?
I love this guy.
Can you please unlock the doors? Yeah. And he smacks his hand down on the table, and 5 doors open up out of the walls. Just one, Brunick. And just one door is open.
I'm guessing he's like a wizard.
So there is a room there for Ord and Sokoba. It's well appointed, and they have a safe place to be now.
Perfect.
Is there anyone that can heal him?
You can try and see if there is.
Do you want to ask that in character? Or?
Yeah, I thought that was me asking character.
This is why we need character voices.
Well, the fact that I'm even talking right now is me distracting myself from how angry I am.
You, Nicole, or you, Scar?
Me, Scar. And me, Nicole. I'm pissed.
Porque no los dos.
IRL, I'm pissed at Kelvin too. Fucking Kevin. But yeah, no, I'm trying to distract myself and getting Ord healed so that there's no more remnants of what that bastard did to us. That'll help a little bit.
Well, as much as it pains me to say, Brunick is our best healer. So...
No.
Brunick, would you mind coming here, please? Okay.
Does he have 22 wrinkles now?
At least 22.
Okay.
A new one pops in. He gets up, goes over to Ord, and puts his hand on his leg, on his thigh. And he goes, "Okay, hold still. I'm going to heal your leg." Brunick, no, not his leg, his arm. Huh? And Brunick opens his eyes for the first time this whole exchange. All right, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. He puts his hand on his arm and goes, "Bop."
I love it.
And Ord says, "Well, I hardly think that's gonna... Wait a minute." And he takes his arm out of the sling and he moves it freely. And he says,
Wow!
"You magnificent son of a bitch."
You did it, you crazy son of a bitch.
And you know what? That's where we're going to end. on a happy note.
Yay.
Nice.
So, let's see. I got to name the village idiot here. You know what? I'm the village idiot for forgetting my NPC's name, who I thought was very funny and did not write it down after I was so proud of myself.
You also forgot what
Race.
Talarth was.
Yeah, I also forgot. It's just me for not remembering my NPCs. You know what? I'm going to write Talarth stuff down. Hold on one second. Crazy Talarth. Did I say what color he was?
I think you did.
I feel like you did.
Blue?
I don't remember the color, but I feel like you did give him a color.
Might have been silver.
It might have been blue.
Silver or blue? That sounds like me.
No, I was blue. Kira was blue.
Yeah, so it might have
Was
been
she?
the silver dragonborn.
Yeah, she was blue.
But Urzek was also a silver dragonborn.
Oh, that's right.
You remember the one that Drew melted?
Yeah. Brutally murdered.
Talurth. Talarth.
I'll just have to listen because that episode's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I'm the village idiot this week. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode of the podcast. I hope you had a great time listening. I had a great time DMing, and I hope my players had a great time playing. So, if you want to reach out to us on social media, maybe give us some of the NPC names or something. I don't know. Where can they do that, Nicole?
Yeah, you can go to Twitter at Village Idiot Pod and tweet at us for that. So if you want to talk to me on Twitter personally, you can find me at Nicole the Nerdy.
You could find me at JRoma20.
I'm at Neurotic Good.
I am at Village Idiots DM.
And you can't find me because I'm too busy being a rogue. That's what I got. Stuff.
Too busy eating fish with Crazy Talarth.
Crazy to learn.
Too busy hiding in San Francisco alleys.
Also, since we've only got about 6 episodes left at this point in our season one story, or I don't know how to say that. Yeah, six episodes left in season 1. Start getting those bets in on who's going to be the ultimate village idiot for season 1, the winner.
Mm-hmm.
Got 6 more chances. I think right now Nate's in the lead, or it's a close tie between me, Nate, and Drew. Somewhere. We're all within one of each other.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a wild race.
Yeah, it is. It's neck and neck right now.
Yeah, Agamir is like way at the bottom.
Yeah. Safina got up there for a couple episodes. So we also have a website, villageidiotspodcast.com, where you can see the tally so that you can place your bets. And we also have the gold count for Agmirship, which is now back in working order, not at 0. And artwork, some dope maps that Nathan has made that are gorgeous. And my favorite thing is the link to our Patreon.
Speaking of Patreon, want to hear more from your favorite idiots? Well, you're in luck because we have a Patreon. For just a couple bucks a month, you'll have exclusive access to some DM insights with Nathan and Behind the Screens, listen to Nicole and I BS and What's What with Dilly and Dally, and even a mini prequel campaign set in the world of Lanamora.
If a subscription to our Patreon is too much of a commitment for you, we'd love if you could leave us a quick review on iTunes. If you enjoyed the show, tell your friends about us. New episodes come out every Tuesday, so stay tuned.
Yes, please stay tuned. Find out what happens next with Crazy Tullerth, the singing fish merchant, and Brunick, the codgerly old wizard, and the whole Knights of Holartha crew. They don't really seem like much of knights now, do they? What's happening now? Well, until next week. Bye.
Bye.
That was so painful.